In today's video, we will talk about proxy server. What is a proxy server? Proxy server is a server that retrieves data out on the internet, such as a web page, on behalf of a user. So, for example, normally when a computer wants to view a web page out on the internet, you would just open up a web browser and then type in the address and retrieve that web page from its web. Now, when you go to through a proxy server, the proxy server will act like a middleman and will retrieve that web page for you. So now when you want to go to a website, the proxy server receives the request from your computer and the proxy server will directly retrieve the web page on your behalf and then send it to your computer. So the question is, why do you want to use a proxy server? Well, a proxy has several benefits, and one benefit is privacy. Since it allows you to surf the internet anonymously, it hides your IP address. So without using a proxy, and when you visit a website without using a proxy, your public IP is visible to certain people, and they can know which website you are visiting. But when you are using a proxy, your IP address becomes invisible because as the proxy server is retrieving the web page for you, only the IP address of the proxy server can be seen viewing the page. So your IP address stops here and the proxy server does the rest of the work. Another benefit of using the proxy server is speed. So for example, if a company uses a proxy server and whenever a user wants to retrieve a web page, the proxy server will retrieve the web page from the internet on behalf of the user and then it will store that web page into a centralized cache database. So if another user on a different computer goes to a web page that has been stored in the proxy database, the proxy server doesn't have to go out on the internet to retrieve the web page. It can simply retrieve it from its database and send it to the user. So this makes a web page retrieval much faster. Another benefit of this is it saves bandwidth. Because a proxy server reduces the need to go out on the internet to retrieve data because it already has that data stored in its database. Another benefit of proxy is activity logging. Now, a lot of companies will use a proxy to keep a track of what website their employees are looking at. So, when a company employees are surfing the internet, the proxy will keep a record of that website they are visiting and how long they were on those websites. And in addition, a company can also configure the proxy to block certain websites to keep their employees from visiting them. Now, there is one notable thing that proxy server can't do, and that is encrypt data as you surf the internet. So, when the data is not encrypted, that data can be intercepted by the hackers, ISPs, or government with the proper equipments. So, here is where a VPN comes into the picture. A VPN or virtual private network not only hides your IP address, but it also encrypts the data that is being transferred between your computer and the internet. So any activity you do on the internet, such as viewing web pages or transferred files, the data is encrypted and kept private while using the internet, and no logging is involved. A VPN provides a dedicated secure tunnel between two points over the internet. So that was all about the proxy server. In the next video, we will be discussing about the reverse proxy. If you like my video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and share with your friends. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.